Hello, welcome to another exciting project. Today we will be building a game of table tennis on Scratch. This project will get more exciting as the player plays against the computer. Let's get started. We will need to add all our sprites and backdrops. Add a paddle sprite for user to control. Make a duplicate of the paddle sprite for the computer to control. Add ball sprite. Add starry backdrop from the list. On the backdrop, draw two vertical lines of different colors on left and right side of the backdrop. Let's start building code for the game. User will control their paddle using the mouse pointer. Fix the position of the paddle by adding go to block. Make the values -220 and 0. Add forever block and inside it, add set Y block from motion section. Add mouse Y from sensing section to it. This will make the Y coordinate of the paddle to follow the Y coordinate of the mouse pointer. So whenever you move, mouse pointer up and down the paddle will also go up and down. Now let's build a program for the computer-controlled paddle. The idea is if the ball is below the paddle will go down towards the ball and vice versa. Start by adding go to block. Make the values 220 and 0. Add forever block and add 2 if blocks inside the forever loop. Add condition which checks if the Y position of the paddle is lower than Y position of ball. If check comes out to be true, move the paddle up by changing Y value by 5. In the second if block, check opposite condition and, if true, move the paddle down by changing Y by -5. Now let's program the behavior of the ball sprite. We will start by fixing its position. Add go to block and make the values 0 and 130. Add point and direction block and make the angle 45 degrees. Add forever loop. Inside the loop, add move 15 steps block. Also add if on edge bounce block. We also have to make the ball bounce once it hits either paddle. Add forever block. Add if block and check if the ball is touching the user's paddle. If it is touching the user's paddle, change the direction of the ball by randomly choosing any direction between 40 to 140. Similarly, in the second if block, check if the ball is touching computer's paddle. Change the direction of the ball by randomly choosing any direction between -40 to -140. Now make 2 variables to store the score of the user and computer. Make a separate stack of program and set both of these variables to 0. Add forever block and add 2 if block. Check if the ball sprite is touching the line on the user's side. You can do this by adding touching color block and choosing line's color. If the ball is touching the line on user's side, increase the computer's score by changing it by 1. Similarly, in the second if block, if the ball is touching the line on the computer's side, change the user's score by 1. Also in both the if blocks, add go to 0 and 130 block so that the ball starts again from the center of the stage. On the stage, place the variables on each player's side and select large readout option by right-clicking on the variables. Click on the flag to play the game. We have completed yet another awesome game. As an exercise, I would like you to make the game stop when one of the players has reached the score of 10. Good luck!